Alright, let's do this. The first official episode of the podcast before time. Wow. I literally, I can't believe, I literally cannot believe this is happening. Like, you know, this is really something that I've been wanting to do for, such a long time. So, I thought for this episode, we would start off by kind of better explaining what the podcast is about, because I know I've briefly mentioned it on my socials and also in the kind of like trailer type episode that I just put out. Also, let's see how many times I'll say in this episode. So basically, this podcast is going to be about the Land Before Time movie series. As most of you know, because I'm assuming a lot of you are coming from my Facebook group, the Land Before Time fan club, and which by the way has 47,000 plus members, which I'm absolutely thrilled about. And when I start, and I'm pulling it up on my shitty phone real quick. So, so basically, I thought instead of be to be able to explain what this podcast is and what this podcast is about and how it came to be, I think I want to give a brief summary type thing of how my group came to be. So when I started, I have a group, like I said, I have a group on Facebook called the Land Before Time Fan Club. And it was originally just me and just me. For the longest time, it was just me posting stuff, trying to trying to build up the group. And I started this group on the 14th of May of 2023. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it started out really, really slow. It started off with 3 members, then it got up to 10 members, then it got up to 20 members, and it was stuck at 20 members for 20-ish members for the longest time. And then something happened. I got actually locked out of the there it is again. There's the other So I got kicked out of my original Facebook account, the one that I actually created this account with back in August of 2023, so the same year that the group was made. And so I completely lost control of the group because, like I said, I was the only admin. So I'm what am I gonna do? And then we start to get a lot of like indecent posts in my group, and we're like what are we gonna do? So so there was this guy, there was this person who who gave me advice on like what to do, and he started like trying to help, and that person became my second in command, which I'm so grateful for him. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So we, like I said, we started to get a lot of like indecent posts, and all this time I'm wondering like what am I gonna do, and I have no control over this group at this point because this is my new Facebook account. Like like what am I gonna do? Like this is supposed to be a family. This is supposed to be a family-friendly Facebook page, and we got over here seeing people do the dirty, um, and I'm like, the best I can do is, you know, throw. I, the best I could do at that point was report to Facebook, and thankfully, Facebook did remove it from the There's the again, from the page, but then they just kept coming and coming, and there was no way to like stop it. You know, you just basically had to let them post it, and then report to Facebook and hope and pray that something was done. And that's when my now 2IC suggested that I should try to find a way to reclaim my group. And I mentioned thinking about reaching out to Facebook, but that never ended up happening because what happened was, because this page didn't have any admins at this point, Facebook brought in a couple of random people to be admins of this group. And what happened was, I noticed that there was a couple new admins. So what I did was I reached out to one of them privately and asked if I could have my group back, and they said yes. So that's how I got control of the group again, which is really good and all, because now I can do something, because now something could be done about the indecent post. So basically, so what happened was I got control of the group again, and I and and as a team decision, basically it was just me and my 2IC at the time. We made the decision to turn on post approval, because with that many members at the time, and at that time we were at like 1,000, less than 1,000 members, and now we're at like 47,000. like we were at 40, like we're at 47,000 now. So imagine if we're getting all these indecent posts with less than 1,000 members, what's gonna happen if we have a post with, I don't know, like 47,000 members, and somebody posts an indecent pic, and I'm like, and you know they're all bot accounts, so it's like what am I gonna do? So that's why post approval is turned on. So us admins have to see the nasty shit, but y'all don't have to see the nasty shit. So yeah. So that's why we have post approval turned on, in case y'all wanted to know. Yeah, that is why. And I'm very, very thankful for my team, both myself, my 2IC, and the new admin that we added, and also my moderator. Um, and I'm also very thankful for everybody who there's the again. I should put that on a like shirt or a mug or something. Like, there's the again. Cuz I always say this shit. I always do it. So so because this is going to be just like an intro episode, I don't want to like do a movie review in this episode. I think we're going to do that in episode 2. Um but basic so basically, what long story short, I started this group for fun. And I absolutely, when I started this group, I tell you, I had absolutely no idea that this group would get as big as it has. Like, honestly, I was like so, you know, I was happy with just the 20 members we had. Now, but now we literally have like what, we have like 47,000 plus members, and which I'm very grateful for. I know I've said it multiple times. Um I'm so grateful for everyone. And honestly, it's not like I'm like a huge huge believer in like the more the merrier, but I'm also like a huge believer in the more the merrier. Because I don't expect to have a lot, and I don't. It's not about, honestly, it's not about the numbers. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I'm very grateful that so many people, like so many people did, like so many people did did want to join, and I'm like, and even now, almost 3 years late, like over 2 years later, I don't know. I'm like really, really grateful, you guys. Thank you all so, so much. But now that that blabbing's out of the way, if you did happen to just click on this podcast and you're not from the group and you don't happen to know what The Land Before Time is, basically The Land Before Time is the best movie series ever. Kind of biased, but it's like, it's, hold on. Basically, it's a movie about dinosaurs. There's 14 movies. There's Ducky, my favorite, Petrie, Spike, Littlefoot, Sarah, Chomper, and more. Um, and it involves their adventures in what is called the Great Rally. Um, that again. But anyways, guys, um, by the way, y'all comment, let me know how many times I've said in this episode, including that one. So there it is again. So basically, I think I want to take some Land Before Time quizzes. This one is, which Land Before Time character are you? Alright, the first says choose something to eat. We got some fish, we got some eggs, we got some white people food, and we got some whatever that is. I love me some fish, so I think we're gonna eat some fish. Pick an outfit. Probably the one that's less girly. It's like a flannel shirt or something. I know y'all can't see it, but pick a shoe. Tennis, black shoes, beige shoes, ugly shoes, or high heels. Let's do the black shoes. I have black shoes right now. Choose a jacket. We're going with a hoodie. We're going with a hoodie. Pick some bling. Probably just a nice ring. Nothing fancy. Nothing too fancy. Choose a place. We have this road to note. This road is just appealing. How do you spend your free time? This person's eating, so I'm eating. I'm always eating. Choose a room. So there's this. Ooh, is that? Oh my! I think I'm gonna go with this one that's like a bed, and it looks like really, really cozy. And I am Petrie. You're silly and hardworking, but you know when to have a good time. You're easygoing and good natured. You know, you know, I think I can see it, honestly. All right, in 6 minutes, I have to name all the Land Before Time movies. So we have the Land Before Time. Then we have the Great Valley Adventure. Then we have the Time of we have Time of the Great Giving. Then we have all right, we have Journey Through the Mist. Damn it, what is it called? The Mysterious Island Journey? Is it Mist? Yes, it's Mist. I don't know why I had a brain fart there because I thought, was it Mist or was it Mist? Like, what is it? All right, The Secret of Saurus Rock, um, The Stone of Cold Fire. I don't know how I remembered that one. I wouldn't have remembered that one if I had not been looking up stuff for something completely unrelated to this podcast, but something to do with the group. Right? There's the Big Freeze. I know there's Journey to Big Water. Then we have the Great Longneck Migration. I and I'm probably gonna get like hate for this, but I'm but honestly, I feel like after movie 9, it started to get like they started to get like really, really cheesy and like and not really like feeling the same as they did. But still at the same time, uh, you gotta I guess I gotta realize that okay, so the I know what the last one is. It's the invasion of the tiny sauruses, but I don't remember how to spell it. And so, yeah. So we got basically all of them. We're gonna say we got all of them, but I just don't remember how to, how to All right, this one is called the Ultimate Land Before Time quiz. What is what is your age? 18 to 24 years old. I'm young, I know. Gender, male. I'm a man. Who is the main character? They're literally all the main character, so I don't know. Who are is the maids? They all appear? In what movie does Littlefoot's grandma fall off a cliff? Damn it, what is it? What is it? Is it 10? What is the name of the long net that looks like Littlefoot? Allie? Yes, it is Allie. How many nieces or nephews does Sarah have? One niece, one nephew? What is the song Grandma Longneck sings to Littlefoot in The Land Before Time 6? We have Grandma's Lullaby, Circle of Life, Wonderful Life, or I Don't Give a um Wonderful Life? I don't know. I don't pay attention to the songs. What is the name of the song Grandpa and Littlefoot sing? Lies are bad. If only I wish I could start over. If only? I don't know. You can tell I'm not really good with the song names. Is there a movie where Topsy, Sarah's dad, falls in love? Yes. How many Land Before Time movies are there? 13, 4, or 1? Well, thank actually there's 14, but if this quiz was probably made before the 14th movie came out, so this quiz is a gazillion years old. So I'm going to go 13. Who comes in the TV series? All of Chomper, Ruby, Allie. I think Chomper and Ruby do, so I guess Allie does. All of the above. Did you like this quiz? Not really. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not enjoy that quiz. I got a 54%. I'm not. Right, this one's called What Land Before Time Song Are You? We're not putting my real name. Nah, bro, we ain't doing that. Alright, y'all. So, I want to pause for a minute and discuss I want to briefly discuss something serious for a minute, which is the now I'm because this is a family program, I don't want to go into like detail, but I do want to take a mimic. The one time you have to screw up, it has to be during this point of the episode. Basically, I just want to take this moment to to tell you that this episode is dedicated to the memory of Judith Barzi. We're not going to go into that, like I said, because this is a family show and there are probably children. There might be children listening in. But if you're an adult and you're like, "Who's that?" I do have a podcast episode out on my other podcast, which is my true crime podcast, which basically just tells her story and like what happened to her. And yeah, so like I said, this episode is dedicated in her memory, as it should be. um so So I want us to have just a quick minute or so of silence. And this is just for this episode. This isn't going to be like a normal thing. Um, so yeah, moment of silence starts now. Okay, y'all, we're back. And as always, I hope my sweet girl is resting in peace. So we're back to the quizzes. This one is Land Before Time character quiz. It says, "Do you love the movie The Land Before Time?" Well, would you like to find out which one you have the most in common with? Well, now you have the chance to find. Basically, it's another which character are you? Will I get Petrie again? Will I get another character? Maybe Sarah, maybe Ducky, maybe Littlefoot, maybe Spike, maybe like who am I? It says, which of these describes your personality? Easygoing, friendly and loving, happy and joyful, confident and self-assured, or peaceful and quiet? I'm very friendly and loving, but I also like peace and quiet. But I'm more friendly and loving, I feel like. Your arch enemy is struggling to stay afloat in a pond. What do you do? Stand there trying to decide. Walk away, who cares? Run for help, nothing. Jump in and save them. Walk away, who cares? I guess I'll run for. Nah, bro, it's my arch enemy. Them walk away. Who cares? I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it because this is a family show. I'm gonna be honest. If you and your friends were being chased by a Tyrannosaurus Rex, what would you do first? Scream, run, freeze and cover your eyes with your hands, jump on your friend's back, tell your friends to run, probably scream. That's what I would do first. I'd probably do all of these things except for the freezing part. Do you believe rumors? No, I make up my own mind. Yes, why not? Most of the time, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Sometimes. Where would you rather sleep? On the floor, in a patch of grass, up high in a nest, in a hollow of the ground, on top of all your brothers and sisters? I would definitely not want to be sleeping on top of all my brothers and sisters. I would not be high on the. I guess on the floor makes the most sense, although I do hate sleeping on the floor. And I've tried that once because, stuff happens. A baby meat-eating dinosaur hatches out of an egg. What will you do? Run, hide, stare at it, ask what is it? Say we'll train it to eat leaves. Um, Probably stare at it. An ex-criminal asks for help. What do you do? No way, I'm not helping him. I don't know. Help him. He can't be that bad. Help him. Everybody is good inside. Ask someone else to decide for you. Yeah, no, I ain't helping him. You caused something to go wrong. What do you do? Fix it, pretend it never happened, start talking gibberish. Probably pretend it never happened. Do you have any heroes or people you admire? Yes, I guess so. No, I do. What do people remember you for? Your kindness and loyalty, your independence your independence, your smile and laugh, your good nature, your humor. Probably all of these, but I think but everyone is always like, "Caleb, you're so funny." And I'm like, "I don't think I'm that funny, but okay." And I am Sarah. All right, I'm like all right. So we're gonna stop the quizzes for now, and I want to see if I can find like a fan fiction to read, maybe two, depending on how long it is. Um, while it decides to load because I'm on my phone. And also, if you are watching this episode, and you wanna want to submit some. All right, all right. This one is rated K plus, so I'm pretty sure this this should be fine. This one is called Journey of the Heart. We're gonna. All right, let's see. Let's begin. The Great Valley, the most majestic world of the prehistoric era, a wondrous land that was being bathed in warm golden light as the sun slowly began to rise above the horizon, casting a gentle glow on the lush oasis. It was awakening from its slumber, morning dew glistening on the leaves, and the gentle rustle of the trees swaying in the morning breeze. A faint mist rose from the valley floor, veiling the landscape in mystery and wonder. Long necks, club tails, three horns, and swimmers were all stirring from their nighttime slumber. Littlefoot, a young longneck, was staring at the majestic mountains surrounding the valley, their peaks still kissed with dawn's mist. He was standing atop a familiar rock and he gazed out at the vast expanse of the great valley, the same spot where he bid farewell to Allie, his heart heavy with longing. The warm sun cast a golden glow, but it brought no comfort to the Longneck's aching heart. As the melancholic strains of Unchained Melody by Sam Cooke drifted through the air, that's so random. Littlefoot's thoughts wandered to the memories of the dear friend he missed. He scanned the horizon, hoping against hope that Allie's majestic long-neck form would emerge from the distance, but the landscape remained still, unchanged. His eyes wandered to the spot where they shared their last moments together. He recalled Allie's gentle smile, her reassuring words, and the soft touch of her nose against his. The long young neck sighed, his chest heaving a mix of sadness and nostalgia. He missed Allie, her laughter, her adventure, spirit, and her unwavering support. As the song swelled, Littlefoot's visions blurred, and he felt the sting of tears. She had promised the two of them could live together someday, and he promised himself to wait for her return, and he would keep that promise. Littlefoot's head hung low, and his tail swished softly, a testament to his inner turmoil. Yet he held on to hope that Allie would return, that their bond would remain unbroken. Every day he would wait, steadfast and true, for Allie's return. His gaze would linger on the horizon, his heart growing heavier with each passing moment. Allie's absence would eventually sting, and the silence began to stretch out like an endless desert. She didn't come. With a sorrowful sigh, Littlefoot would turn away from the empty landscape, the song coming to an end, his eyes brimming with unshed tears. Threatened to spill over. He bit his lip, fighting fighting to contain the emotions that swirled inside. Taking a deep breath, Littlefoot began to walk to his grandparents' nesting site. The usually vibrant colors of the Great Valley seemed muted and dull through his point of view, reflecting his somber mood. As he approached his cozy nest, the aroma of fresh berries and warm vegetation wafted through the air. I don't know. Mingling with Grandma Longneck's gentle and soft humming. Littlefoot's stomach growled, reminding him that he hadn't eaten since yesterday. "Good morning, Littlefoot," Grandpa Longneck boomed, his warm voice a gentle balm to Littlefoot's aching heart. Littlefoot forced a smile, trying to hide his tears. "Morning, Grandpa. Morning, Grandma." Grandma Longneck noticed the tremble in his voice and exchanged a knowing glance with Grandpa Longneck. "Come, dear, eat with us," she said, offering a comforting nuzzle. Littlefoot settled beside them, attempting to focus on the meal he was eating, but Allie's absence lingered, a constant ache in his heart. His grandparents' concerned glances didn't go unnoticed, but all they could do was muster a reassuring smile to him. Suddenly, the dam broke. Tears welled up, and Littlefoot's small body shook with sobs. Grandpa Longneck and Grandma Longneck exchanged knowing glances once more, their expressions softening. "Littlefoot, what's wrong?" Grandma Longneck asked gently, her voice a soothing melody. Littlefoot struggled to speak between gasping breaths. I miss Allie. She said she'd come back, but she didn't. I want her here with me. Without her, I feel so alone." Grandpa Longneck wrapped his long neck around his grandson, pulling him closer. "Oh, Littlefoot, we're here for you. Tell us everything." Littlefoot poured his heart out, sharing stories of his adventures with Allie, their laughter, and their promises to each other. His grandparents listened attentively, offering comforting nuzzles and gentle words. Grandma Longneck spoke softly. "Littlefoot, sometimes, even when we be can't be with those we love, they will always be a part of you. For you see, some things you see with your eyes, others you see with your heart." Grandpa Longneck added, "And sometimes, even when we miss them dearly, we must focus on the present and the love that surrounds us. Your grandma and I are always going to be here for you, Littlefoot." Littlefoot sniffled, wiping some of his tears with his tail. His grandparents' words brought him some comfort, but the ache in his heart still lingered. "I just wish she was here," Littlefoot whispered, his voice barely audible. Grandma Longneck gently puzzled him. "We wish that too." Puzzled, nuzzled. "We wish that too. But for now, let's focus on the love we share and the memories you and Allie created together." As they hugged him tightly, Littlefoot's voice trembled as he spoke, his eyes still welling with tears. I haven't felt this alone since Mother died. Grandma and Grandpa Longneck exchanged sorrowful glances, their hearts aching for their young grandson. They knew the depths of his pain, the weight of his loneliness. Grandma Longneck wrapped her neck around Littlefoot, holding him close. After a moment, Grandpa Longneck spoke up. Sometimes being with friends can help ease a heart that's on the edge of breaking. Why don't you go find Sarah, Ducky, Petrie, and Spike? Playing together might lift your spirits. Grandma Longneck nodded in agreement. Yes, dear, go have some fun. We'll be here waiting for you. Little Gram Littlefoot nodded slowly, wiping his tears with his tail once more. So Littlefoot rushed towards Roaring Falls, hoping his sadness would turn into excitement, radiating from his eager strides. As he approached, the roar of the waterfall grew louder, mingling with laughter and playful screams. Upon arrival, he discovered that his friends, Sarah, Ducky, Petrie, and Spike, were engrossing in an exhilarating game of Sharptooth attack. Sarah, pretending to be the Sharptooth, was chasing the others through the shallow waters. Her fierce determination was contagious, fueling the group's excitement. The sun-kissed waters splashed around them, casting a warm glow. Now I have you, Sarah playfully roared. No, please, do not eat us, mean old Sharptooth. Oh, no, 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 Ducky pleaded, begging for mercy in a playful manner. Yeah, me too young to get eaten, Petrie whimpered playfully. Suddenly, Ducky's bright blue eyes sparkled as she spotted Littlefoot standing on land. Littlefoot, she squealed, rushing towards him with outstretched arms. Sarah, still catching her breath from the game, smiled warmly. Littlefoot, come and join us, Petrie chirped in excitement, flapping his wings. Spike, thrilled to see his friend, let out a happy series of grunts, wagging his tail. Littlefoot grinned, feeling welcomed. Just in time? He asked with curiosity. Yep, yep, yep. We're playing Sharptooth Attack, Ducky exclaimed. Sarah's the Sharptooth. She's chasing us. Petrie added, chuckling. Sarah playfully growled, and now I'm going to chase you, Littlefoot. Petrie's keen eyes narrowed, sensing something amiss. Littlefoot, you okay, buddy? You look worried. Littlefoot forced a reassuring smile. I'm fine, Petrie. There's nothing to worry about. Sarah's expression turned concerned. Littlefoot, what's wrong? Ducky chimed in. Yeah, you can tell us. You can. Littlefoot shook his head, hesitant to share. Really, it's nothing. Let's just play. Spike, sensing his friend's unease, offered a gentle grunt of support. Petrie persisted. But, Littlefoot, uh-oh, Petrie exclaimed, diverting attention. I think I'm in need of rescuing. But you're perfectly fine, Sarah said, confused as to what could happen next. Am I? I don't know. Littlefoot playfully teased as he tripped on some rocks and fell on his back, pretending to be drowning. He playfully gasped as he slashed around. Help, I'm drowning in the waters and I can't swim. The others laughed, especially Sarah. Uh-oh, I'll help you, little Longneck, she said as she helped Littlefoot back on all fours of his feet. The amazing three-horned girl is here to save you. Sarah playfully exclaimed, giggling. Thanks, amazing three-horned girl, Littlefoot proudly exclaimed. No problem, that's what the amazing three-horned girl does, Sarah responded. Littlefoot giggled, clearly having fun with his friends like he always does. Then suddenly he began to feel sad and remember Allie all over again. His smile had disappeared in front of his friends. Then after a while of silence, he got out of the water and went behind a bush to be by himself, crying softly. The others looked confused, especially Ducky. She thought what Littlefoot did was funny and couldn't understand how something so fun could make her friend feel so sad. So she approached Littlefoot. She wanted to comfort her friend and see what was making him feel so blue. Littlefoot, I know there is something bringing you down, but you can tell me and me only. After all, that is what friends do. Yep, 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 Ducky said in a calm manner. I don't know, Littlefoot said, still upset. I promise I will not tell the others, Ducky declared. However, unbeknownst to her, Sarah, Petrie, and Spike are listening to their conversation. Well, I was thinking about Allie, Littlefoot told Ducky, trying to hold back his tears. Oh, you are still missing her, are you, huh? Ducky asked, concerned for her friend. Yes, Littlefoot began, remembering everything that they did together. I miss her very much. It's been too long since I last seen her. I just need some time to think. Without Allie, I feel so alone. Littlefoot, ready to tear up, walks off to go elsewhere. All of his friends, all all of his friends could do was watch helplessly. As he walked off, feeling sad and alone, Sarah let out a sigh, feeling exactly how Littlefoot feels. She knew exactly what he is going through. She had a flashback of the day her father Tops was banished from the Great Valley for taking control of it. When water was running low. It was early in the morning at sunrise. All of the adults gathered around for the meeting. Quite frankly, Mr. Threehorn, your behavior has been inexcusable. However, despite the fact that you helped us and the children, you still opened this peaceful valley and innocent lives through your arrogance to the horror and the desolation of dictatorship. So we have decided that you shall be banished to the mysterious beyond for the rest of your life, Grandpa Longneck said. For the rest of his life, but that's forever, Sarah said, surprised. He'll be alone and defenseless in the mysterious beyond. It's not fair. Let him stay. He's very sorry. Mama Flyer walked up towards Sarah, who was comforting Mama Swimmer, who was having anxieties. That may be, but it doesn't change what he did, and he must be responsible for that. Mama Flyer told Sarah. Sarah was about ready to cry. However, Tops came closer to her. Sarah, she's right. We must all be held accountable for our actions. Besides, I'll be fine, Tops said to Sarah calmly. Sarah, tears in her eyes, nuzzled Top's head. Her gentle touch conveyed deep affection and warmth for her father. As she grew nearer, her breath softly caressed his skin, and her green eyes, beaming with emotion, locked onto his, forging an unspoken connection. "I will miss you, Daddy," Sarah said, as another Triceratops like her pulled her back and away from Tops. Top stood tall, his majestic frame radiating determination as he began to depart the serene Great Valley. With a deep breath, he shook his mighty body, sending ripples through his rugged hide. His eyes shone bright, reflecting a mix of sadness and vulnerability. As he made his way for the dreaded mysterious beyond, with a final glance at Sarah, he turned to face the unknown, his heart beating with hurt. His powerful legs froze, ready to run and hide. The warm and rising sun cast a golden glow on his back. As he swiveled, his gaze locking onto Sarah's tear-stained face as she hugged a triceratops her age and two older ones like her father. "I will miss you too, Sarah," Tops whispered. As Tops vanished into the mysterious beyond, the flashback ended. Sarah stood motionless, her feet rooted to the earth as she watched Littlefoot disappear into the distance. Tears streamed down her face, carving paths of sorrow through the dust on her cheeks. The great valley, once filled with laughter, now echoed her despairing cries as tears fell harder, her body shaking with sobs. Ducky, sensing Sarah's distress, scurried to her side, wrapping her tiny arms around Sarah's front leg, holding tight. Sarah's tears continued to flow as Ducky pressed her head against Sarah's foot, comforting her. Well, y'all, that is where we're gonna end today. Um, and wow, that honestly, that's a lot to take in. Um, and let me let me write the name of this down. No, before I forget what it's called, so I don't forget what it's called. It's called, and this one is called Journey of the Heart. Of the Heart. All right, y'all. That is where we are going to hold. Anyways, guys, that's where we're going to end today's episode. Hope you enjoyed this very first episode of the podcast before time. Now, I originally was going to wait until the end of August to, to post this episode, but I'm like, do I really want to wait that long? Because I'm like so excited about it. Like, it's like not even funny. And so I'm like, why not just go ahead and do it? So this this first episode will be out. You'll be seeing this first episode on July 3rd. So, which is a Thursday at tw- at 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 noon Central Standard Time, so 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, so also comment below. I'm gonna try to make sure I have comments turned on. Just let me know either what you thought of this episode, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you people in the next one. And that's a wrap. Bye, guys.